Welcome to We're Talking Bears, the show where uncle, nephew, and son bring you the latest in the Chicago Bears experience. I'm Uncle.
I'm nephew.
Son missing again. hey,
The
we
injury
might kick him
report.
out if we win every time that he doesn't show up.
You know what? I think you might be on to something. You might be on
Man,
something. That might
man,
be why he hasn't been showing up. He
that's
knows
right.
something we don't know. He got bad karma.
Bad karma, bad karma.
He's
When he shows up,
evil.
we got losing problems. Man, hey, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. A Bears W is always good. Um, a team last year I was so disgusted in the loss to them because we had an opportunity, and I thought we had the game won last year. You rarely see teams lose games on the last ditch Hail Mary pass, but it happened to us last year. So this year was the payback, the big payback, especially with a team I felt like we bested last year, and they just lucked up in the end. But man, it was so many. I don't know what it. Well, I know what it is. The referees were weird yesterday. I don't know what they were on with us, but a lot of strange things going against us. Some of them were valid, but some of it was like I don't know what the hell is going on. It's like football guys didn't want us to win and they paid off the refs, but we pulled it out, man. We pulled it out. Gas came to play. The defense, 3 turnovers. My boy DeAndre Swift finally, I have something good to say about him because I've been skeptical recently about DeAndre Swift, but 180 all-purpose yards, 108 on the ground, 70 some odd receiving yards. He pretty much did his thing yesterday, and that touchdown in the fourth was huge. Slipping that tackle and getting that quick touchdown to keep us in the game was a huge momentum changer. Just a lot of good things I have to say about the Bears fight. Once again, I spoke on the Bears fight against the Raiders, but man, we fought, and we came out with a W. How you feeling?
Man, it was a beautiful fight. I'm telling you, I thought like last year, I thought we had it wrapped up at the end. And this year I thought they had it wrapped up when Daniels threw the third touchdown. I was like, man, we in trouble. That's honestly
We
where I was emotionally. I was like, we are in freaking trouble. And then, man, then things flipped. Things turned around. All of a sudden, we weren't in trouble. You know, I'll tell you what I felt great about, man, the run game. We have not had a serious run game. DeAndre Swift, 14 carries, 108 yards, broke 100 yards, but it's not just that he broke 100 yards. It's that the way he did it. First of all, he was hitting the holes right? Part of the problem with our run game is sometimes he's taking his time to the hole and the hole's closing. And it's sometimes he's rushing to the hole and he's not giving the guys enough time to develop a hole. That's part of our run game. But also, when you look at it, also part of the problem with the run game has just been the upfront blocking. Man, this week them boys were blocking like crazy, and the Commanders have a decent front seven on their defense, and they were blocking like crazy. One of my favorite plays, I think you talked about it, where Swift just got loose off the right side, and you could see our right tackle um, going and getting two. He blocked his man, pushed him out of the way. Then he turned and he hit either a corner or a safety. I'm not sure what they just stiff armed him. Boom, knocked him out the way. Swift runs right up the gap. When anybody on our offensive line can get two, that's going to be a run because you just putting us in a phenomenal run position. And now who's gonna, the guy that's free, because basically in a run play it's 10 offensive on 11 because the quarterback's not doing anything. So if somebody gets 2, all of a sudden it's like it's really 10 on 10 because the one guy went and got 2. So boom, or 11 on 11, however you want to call it. But everybody's blocked. So all that, and man, and I mean, it was this run game was phenomenal. And the other, on the flip side, our run defense has been absolutely terrible, and Washington's been able to run all over people, and our run defense stepped up. They kept Krusty Merritt, whatever, Krusty Microfiber. I don't know what the guy's name is. They kept him to 61 yards on 17 carries. So on the flip side, we had a reasonable run defense. I mean, we've been getting run over, and that was huge. That was huge that we could handle both sides. Man, I mean, it's just, you look, and then Monangai got a few. He had 5 for 19, so it wasn't a big deal, but it wasn't bad. DJ Moore had 2 for 10. Rashawn Johnson got 1 run in there for 6. Olamide got 1 run in there for 4. And Caleb, man, he went the wrong direction, but he scored on a run, right? And the passing game really, even though Caleb threw for 252, the passing game, not a lot happened. I mean, you had DeAndre Swift's catch and touchdown. That was huge. That was Caleb's only throwing touchdown. But he had some huge plays. DJ Moore had 3 big first downs. Rome had 2 huge plays. Monangai caught a ball for 25 yards. I'm pretty sure that was a screen. We went back to the screen. Here, Colston, Loveland, and Kmet, they're still not using our tight ends. They're still not using our tight ends. I don't know why. But we're not using our tight ends. That's I mean, offense. That's what I was, considering. What do you think about the defense?
Yeah. Man, 3 takeaways. Well, I'll give us a solid 2 because on the one, I don't know what the hell Jaden Daniels was thinking, but I'll take it. Got rainy out there. I'm sure it was a little wet, a little slippery. Pause. Went for the handoff and just dropped the ball, and that couldn't
Wait a minute.
A more timely play.
I'm gonna interrupt you the way you interrupted me last week or 2 weeks or whatever it was. That's a takeaway, man. You can't take the takeaway from it. They dropped the ball on the ground. Our guys saw it, dove in there, and uncontested got the recovery. You can't. That's takeaway.
Oh no, absolutely. It's a takeaway. It's a takeaway.
That's takeaway.
It's a takeaway.
Man. You can't. It wasn't a forced fumble, but it was a takeaway.
Well, it's a giveaway, but we took it away also.
We took it away. I mean, if our guys had dove on the ball quickly, you know what happens at the bottom of a fumble pile, especially with offensive linemen around, they're going to be hitting people in their junk. There all kinds of stuff is happening down there. That ball will change hands a couple of times. But our guys jumped on it so cleanly, all the refs could do is blow the whistle and give it to us. That was quick thinking. That wasn't an accident. It was an accident for them, but it wasn't an accident for us to get that ball.
No, not at all. I mean, the defense looked good. The secondary still showing up and showing out. Man, just all around good, man. For me, I'll say I'm happy with the win. Of course, we got the W. We owed them one. It was a well-fought battle. Yeah, kids.
Hey, Brisker.
Man, but I don't want to be so nervous every time we. But like I said, man, the referees were against us. It was obvious. Stole a touchdown pass from Rome. What I will say, as far as like low points of the game for me, take it 3 points. I believe we were up. We were up 13 to
13
0. I don't
zip.
know, 13 zip, and it was 4th and 1. and we're in field goal range and we go for it. I don't understand. Late in that game, even though we came back to win it, they would have still had to put points on the board prior to that last touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, because we would have still been in the lead had we only, I think they went up by 2 late in that game. And I think had we still had that field goal, we're looking at a 1-point lead still after. So take the points. Even though if they would have got the first down, great, I would have commended it. But it's like you don't need to do that when you're already in the lead. The game's not on the line. It's not like a fourth quarter 2-minute drill. You got to score. That wasn't what it was. So it's hard for me because I like the confidence that Ben Johnson has. I like that the offense. I believe in them to execute plays like that. But take the points. Let's be smart. Let's take the points. Another low point for me. And maybe it's me because DeAndre Swift had 108 yards on the ground. But I felt like at some point we stopped running the ball, like somewhere in the middle of the game. And I was saying it while I was watching it. When we started off hot, the run was working. And I feel like for maybe a couple drives even, we just went away from it. We just weren't running the ball as much. I think at one point Caleb was like 5 or 6 incompletions in a row. Run a damn ball. It's working.
I feel like that was around the third quarter. I felt the same way as you. I felt we got away from the run and we started throwing a lot. And we did a lot of we just couldn't execute for a minute. We did some punting that maybe wasn't necessary.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll say this. Kudos to DeAndre Swift because this isn't a game where he 108 yards sometimes, especially when we've been struggling with the run, sometimes you'll think maybe he broke one 50-yard or 30, 40-yard. No, all of his runs, like what was it, 14 you said for 108?
14 for 108.
He was getting good yardage on each run. Like there maybe have been 1 or 2, but for the most part, every time he was touching the ball, he was getting good yardage. So it wasn't like a fluke, or it wasn't like those numbers were just inflated off of one play or a defensive letdown. The offensive line of DeAndre Swift really executed the run. So like you said, in that period, I believe you're right, it was around the third quarter sometime. All I know is we were throwing the ball a lot and it was unsuccessful, and I felt like keep doing what works. They haven't stopped the run all day. Run the ball. So other than that, and not taking the points, I'm satisfied with the game, man. That we fought through adversity. I'm still crushed at that Rome Odunze made a beautiful touchdown catch.
They stole that.
They stole it.
That was a crime. Think about it. It was a couple years back where I think it was the Chiefs. Their left tackle lined up like he was a tight end in the backfield every single play. I mean, he was notoriously back in the backfield. It was just like, are you going to let them get away with this all season long, through the playoffs, through their run? You're just sitting there and it's like there used to be a rule, and then that was ticky tack because Benedict is a long man, so his even if his rear end is back, that doesn't mean he's illegally back. Right. Because he can't, the front of him can't be past the rear end of the center because there is a natural curve to that offensive line. Right. And if you're running and you're a half a yard back, you're giving up a little bit. So it's not all advantage to the player. It's a little bit advantage on pass. But you know what? Let's give some kudos to Theo Benedict. We got left tackle. That dude played left tackle. He held up by himself without assistance through most of that game. Caleb was not getting bum rushed from the blind side. Braxton Jones is done as a starter and with the Bears. Benedict was significantly better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
it wasn't comparison. It wasn't. Hey, but look, let's check out these Bears leaders. Look at this. So overall, here we go. We got Bears leading. Man, I mean, just guys getting their thing done. Obviously Caleb's the leader in passing because hello, he's he's the only quarterback that's gotten played. But Swift has in this game, where 5 games into the season, he poured it on with a 100-yard performance on the ground, 67 in the air, and he brought his number up into a very reasonable. He needs to have a few more games like that. He can, if he runs like that, he's definitely going to be over 1,000 yards for the season. Rome is getting it done. One of the things, though, I want to see us get the ball to DJ Moore in space. We're getting the ball to DJ, but we're still using him as a distraction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not setting him up to be that number one, and we're using our tight ends as distractions. They're blocking, and honestly, if the tight ends have to run block for us to run like we did yesterday, and the tight ends have to help out with the pass blocking for Caleb to come out of the game pretty much unscathed. As much as I want to see Kmet and Loveland involved more, I'll take it. I'll take it because if it works, it works. I'm not complaining about what works,
Right.
But I would like to see both of them at least get one pass a quarter. They together, you got to at least have 8 catches for your tight ends a game, because those are big boys, man, and especially in the red zone. We only scored. Caleb only threw for 1 touchdown. We did a lot of field goals, and I think you take away some of those field goals, and some of the you get first downs when you get your big boys involved, and because it's even in situations where you're throwing the ball up, like in the 2-point play where he had to just throw the ball up toward the 6'6" guy that could jump, right? Because you're throwing the ball up to a small dude, and good luck 50-50. But you throw the ball up to a 6'6" guy who can jump, who also is a big body. He's probably going to be able to body the guy and get the ball.
Right.
And we're not doing that. Tremaine Evans, enormous seasons happening for him right now. Enormous season, because he's playing some ball. He's playing some ball. And Byard with 3 picks already in 5 games. Dude, I know he's a ball hawk, but he could easily hit 10 picks. We're only 5 games into the season. There's 12 more games. He gives it. If man, this is man.
Hey,
I'm excited.
I am too. It's good to be on this side of a Bears victory. We've seen what they call it, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. We've seen it happen. Even late in that game, man, on the last drive, I think it was your boy, and I was actually watching the game with Keith, and when his name Zacchaeus, right? When he dropped that pass, well, I think it was 2nd down on that last drive. We're all the way backed up in their end zone, our end zone, and he drops that pass where he could have been off to the races. Now, granted,
that was a 90-yard touchdown that he dropped, and it wasn't. Let's tell the truth. It wasn't all on him. Hey, you're $1 million paid. You're multi-millionaire for catching a ball. Catch the ball, but it was also Caleb's accuracy, because as he's running away, he put it right on his shoulder pad. So he's trying to catch a wet ball right here as he's going this way. and he's trying to catch a wet ball, and the nose hits the shoulder pad, is going to bounce. So the only way you can catch that is his hands out here. He was back here, boom. But, if Caleb leads him and he catches it up here, it's a touchdown because Ben Johnson, I'm on the Ben Johnson train. That the play call and the way he was using the rest of the team sucked their safeties all the way to the right side of the field. Their safeties cleared out the left side. So whatever he did with his decoys and the play call, it sucked the defense to make it really believe everything's going to the right. And then Zaccheaus comes across. And, man, if he hits him in stride or if Zaccheaus touches the ball, there's nobody to stop him. That was it. Zaccheaus fast. That's it. It's game's over right there.
Yeah. And that's an area Caleb is struggling in, man. Accuracy. Even in some of the early plays, I think it was Zaccheaus earlier called a pass, and he kind of I guess Caleb expected him to keep going downfield, and he just kind of stopped and sat there in the hole. The first one he caught, the second one Caleb does it again, he couldn't get to it, and it's just like, come on, guys, these are things we need to clean up. Granted, we came out with the win, but plays like that, the drop pass is just nerve-wracking, man. It's like, come on, when you get an opportunity, and like you said, it was Caleb leading them, but you're paid to catch the ball. You got to have that. If you get it, and because of where the pass placement was, you're not able to get to the touchdown, that's when I would like to come back and be like, Caleb, this is on you being more accurate. But these guys got to make catches, especially in that.
You got to catch the ball. You put two hands on the ball, you got to catch it. That's if you're reaching back, you got one hand way back here. Okay, maybe. But if you got two hands on the ball, you got to catch that ball.
You got to catch it. And man, Cuz isn't here today, but he made the statement. He said, man, I don't know how I'm going to feel about Moody if Moody's in the game for a game-winning field goal. And lo and behold, that's what we got. But he made it, man. He did
his job.
He was 3 for 4 on the day. One was blocked. So the kick that was blocked looked a little crazy. I don't know if he was going to make it or not. The way it came off his foot, it looked a little crazy.
Terrible kick.
That's what I thought.
It was so low, you and me could have blocked that, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, at my age, it was low. You didn't have to
it
jump.
Was bad.
They did not have to jump. It was bad. That was a bad kick. It was
Keith kept saying, he was like, I don't like his stance. I don't like his form. But man, I'm glad the 3 that he did make were difference makers.
4.
Did he make 4? Or one was an extra point, wasn't it? I thought he made 3 in an extra point.
Oh man, was it 3 or 5?
Am I wrong?
Felt like 4. Go ahead, I'll look it up.
3 in an extra point. Yeah, because we only got 1 touchdown, right? Did we? No, 2 touchdowns.
1 touchdown.
Caleb ran in for 1, and then we got 1 from Swift.
2.
No, 2. So that's 14, 9. What am I missing?
Yeah, 4.
14, 9. We had
14 and but we missed an extra
right.
point.
We went for the extra point on. We went for the 2 point on one of those. So we had to make 4.
14.
Right.
It was 13 and 12. That's how we did it.
13. That's it.
4.
That was it.
Yep. So yeah, he had 4 out of 5.
And granted that one was bad, but
was ugly.
Yeah,
ugly.
But he came through when it mattered. For
Gervon Dexter, 1.5 sacks. Dominique Robinson back there got the other half of that sack. Okay. And my goodness, a lesser quarterback, we just sacked him 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
That he evaded some sacks. He man, I mean, the Sweat should have been a sack. Where Sweat I think Sweat would have been better off just coming full speed the whole way. He is miss or don't miss, right? But Sweat tried to hesitate to grab him, and that was it. It was over. When Sweat stopped his momentum, Daniels just went the other way. I think if he just keeps going full speed, either you get him or you don't, right? But I mean, that was, and then we finally got him. It was, and I think part of the reason he dropped the ball is because we smashed him. He got hit a few times.
Yeah.
He, you know, if he was been clean the whole game, he wouldn't have been looking up. He was looking up. He was trying to read. He doesn't get complete control over the ball, and he bounces it off his running back. I think part of that pressure busts a pipe. I think part of that's the pressure that we were putting on him. And we were putting pressure on him.
Yeah.
Hey, defensively, we held all their receivers under 50 yards, even though we gave away that embarrassing. We gave away 2 embarrassing plays, one to the Lane kid and one to Luke McCaffrey. Just 30-plus yard receptions that were embarrassing. But nobody, you know, their best receivers, 46 yards. So everybody was kept under 50 as a whole. And Jaden only threw for 211, although we let him get in the end zone 3 times. So, you know, it was up and down. It was up and down. It was up and down. But it was a win.
It was a win. And you're right. We started off really good. Like you said, as far as like containing the run, because that was a area of concern, not letting them run all over us. And we came out strong. And then for a little while, I got nervous again. I'm like, man, Jaden Daniels is getting out of here, scrambling for some yards on us, but the composure, and just being able to, when it mattered, when it was on the line, for them to come up with big plays and get big stops. I can commit, man. I don't know what Ben Johnson's got going on over there, but 3 wins in a row is always good. We're trending in the right direction. Hopefully we can keep it up. The Saints are definitely a beatable team.
They're got to win the games against the Saints. Do not compare against the Commanders.
No, they don't. And so hopefully we keep this train rolling.
We need to keep the train rolling.
Did you notice it was Edmonds that was back, right? Edmonds was back. So now they had Tremaine Edwards got moved to outside. Did you notice?
Well, he was playing outside while Edmonds was gone.
Right. And when he came back,
and they left him there with Edmonds back, and I think that worked. The run defense was so much better.
I agree. That's what I was going to say.
And just don't mess with what works. It was working.
Yep.
Hey, here's a crazy. Did you notice? We won 25-24. What was the score against the Raiders?
25-24, wasn't it?
Yes. Now, check this out. Score by quarters. First quarter 6, second quarter 7, third quarter 3, fourth quarter 9. That's what the Bears did against the Raiders. First quarter 3, second quarter 6, third quarter 7, fourth quarter 9. You can't make this stuff up.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The exact same numbers, just in a little bit different order.
Yeah.
I mean, in the quarters. The thing I do like, though, we scored every quarter the past 8 quarters. That's part of winning. You got to not let off the pressure.
Yeah.
You got to keep the pressure on. And by scoring we've scored in every quarter the past 8 quarters, even though the fourth quarter of this game was 3 field goals. Wasn't it? It was 3 field goals? Yeah. Because there were 4 total it's 2 touchdowns. But yeah. Okay, so it was a touchdown and a field goal in the was it a touchdown and a field goal in the fourth?
Yes.
Yeah, because it was 2 field goals
and then the game winner. Yep.
Yeah. So it was and then against the Raiders, we scored 9 in the fourth. Honestly, if you score 9 in the fourth, you're in a good position to win. You're in a good position to win. If you could score 9 points in the fourth,
well, let me say this.
Unless the game's out of hand.
Unless it was the game against the Detroit Lions.
that wouldn't have mattered. We
which
could have
is
scored
bad.
9 every quarter and we still would have lost
Yeah.
because they were scoring 14 a quarter. But let's not bring that up, man. Come on. We're going to enjoy this
I was
dub.
just saying the math wasn't mathing for that game, but you're right. You're absolutely right. And
Hey, we got a couple
we'll see. We'll
questions
see them
from
again. We'll see them again. I
we,
need Ben
we got a
Johnson to
couple
get his
questions in
tape
the
back.
chat from Real Cordless. Hey, how did
Cuz,
Zacchaeus
what's
look?
up? And Zay, what's up?
Zacchaeus, man, Zacchaeus, obviously we talked about him dropping the ball. Man, but he was an issue for him. Zacchaeus was an issue for him. He caught 2 balls for 24 yards. He was an issue. They had to cover him. He doesn't drop that ball, he's got a 100-yard game. But he dropped the ball. So I think what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Man, I'm just excited. I'm feeling good, and
I like the.
we need to keep this rolling.
I agree. I like that we have so many.
We were before we came into that game in the past 11 years. We were 1-10 coming off the bye.
Yeah,
1-10 coming off the bye.
And we got some crazy bad record. And you want to talk about historically? If I'm not mistaken, it says something like Monday Night Football. The Commanders have been doing pretty good. I forget exactly what their number of wins were in a row Monday Night Football, but our numbers were like 30 and 44 or something like that on Monday Night Football. So this was great to me. It was just great to kind of exercise some of those that bad juju that we had hanging over us and pick up that win.
Yeah.
I want to say one thing quick too, since we're talking Bears and we're Chicago fans. I'm so tired of all these talking heads. Whenever a team that people like or they want to parade as like, oh, this is a good team, this they're doing this and this and that. Whenever they don't win, they try to write it off or they lose to the Bears. Give us our credit, man. Like, give us our credit. I hate that when the Bears do bad, they try to crap on us. But then when we beat teams that are respectable teams, why they don't come back and give us our credit and say, oh, the Bears are a good team. It takes a while. Sometimes we've had some changes and sometimes that takes a while for it to click for new coaches, new guys, new teams. And to get that camaraderie. But how come when we beat teams that are supposed to be good teams, or they are good teams, or they're a respectable team, why they don't ever come back and apologize to us and correct what they're saying, man? I dislike it. I dislike it, man. I don't understand.
Hey,
because I didn't hear anybody really on. I listened to a lot of sports talk, and they kind of always gloss over it when the Bears beat a team. They were talking about how the Commanders, they're a pretty good team. Jaden's back, and they got some injuries, but Jaden's back, and they're this and they're that. But when the Bears beat a team like this, then give us our credit and recognize us as a team that you got to look out for. I'm not saying we're everything we're going to be yet. I still think we have some things we can improve upon, but we're a good team, man. We're a good team, man. And to have a brand new coaching staff, a second-year quarterback in a new system, all the new faces and pieces on our team, give us our credit, man. They love to just
new defense,
Chicago Bears.
New defense, new offense. Both of them are new.
Yep.
And it was. I was worried after 2 games. I was like, oh my God, this looks terrible. But yeah. We're looking pretty decent. I don't. We're not ready for the best of the best yet, but maybe by the end of the year, we can roll with them.
I'm looking forward to it.
Man. Hey, thanks everybody for joining the chat. Man, hopefully we got even better news next week when we come back. I'm Uncle.
I'm Nephew.
And we're talking Bears.
Talking Bears.
Bear down, bear up. Hey. Our record is up.
Yeah, real quick, the comments. Real Corliss talking about we have to beat the refs too. He said, "Fun fact that referee crew leads all officiating staffs and flags thrown this season. Why am I not surprised?
Wow.
Why am I not
Wow.
surprised?"
But for some reason they threw more flags against orange and blue.
Right.
I'm
And you
definitely
know what?
feeling that.
That's one thing that I can say coming from Chicago. We're used to this. In all the sports, this is how it goes. We've all played sports. We've seen our professional teams at the best and at the worst, and we're used to this. So get on. We'll beat your team. We'll beat the refs. We're not worried about any of that. We're coming to play some ball. Bear down.
Bear down. All right.
Till next time.